Hey folks, Pickleball Librarian here, and I'm here with Kirk Devine, my training partner, and also he just makes excellent training videos, and he has some real interesting theory about statistics in pickleball. I'm just going to let Kirk take it away.
Thanks, Drew. I want to start out by giving a shout out to Joe Baker and his training on videos, and call attention to them because I think they're helping. I think that one of the big themes in pickleball is how do you get from a state of early pickleball development where you're trying to hit the ball over the net to a tactical game. And in order to get to a tactical game, ultimately as a sport, and Joe Baker is starting to hit this chord, I just want to emphasize it as well. In order to get to a tactical game, you start measuring what you're doing. You cannot improve without measuring. So one thing we don't do in our sport yet is show statograms or shot chart placement. So Drew and I just decided to throw out some balls, pretend that we've evaluated a video, which I think is probably the best way to get a handle on how you're playing. And the orange balls here just basically represent successful shots that you've had, and the lime green balls represent balls that your opponent was successful in returning. So there's this pattern that emerges, I believe, if you will try it. And that's the whole thing. We're just trying to pictorially represent this so that you might give it a try. Not every ball can you control to the extent that you can hit to your opponent's backhand. And we're going to imagine there's a right-handed player over here in the ad card, and we're peppering his backhand as frequently as possible. If the ball isn't hit too hardly and we have enough time, we're going to steer it over here and make him hit a backhand or run around through his forehand. And I think you will get a result somewhat similar to this. As you can see, it's highly successful on the backhand wing. It only makes sense. If you evaluate a player, 95% of us are not as good on the backhand wing as the forehand. So just a simple concept, demonstrated pictorially. I hope we go here as a sport and we start evaluating how we play a little bit more. But simple concept, hit to the backhand. When you can, hit to the backhand. We just wanted to emphasize that. I think our sport is probably heading to a more tactical game.
And when you look at other sports, I mean basketball, you see shot charts, you see percentage that's made, you see where they're made, and baseball, you see the same thing.
It's mandatory. Yeah. So improvement requires measurement. Joe Baker had that line. He originally was a business consultant. I can't remember the guy's name. But it's a good one. We need to do more of that. We need to think about how we're playing. Yeah. We just need to think about how we're playing. It's okay to play recreationally, but if you keep playing, you find yourself playing 3 times a week, you keep in score, you want to start getting better. And not everybody has a great ground stroke or has great wrists. Footwork is important, you got to develop that. But shot placement is something everybody can do if they're reasonably coordinated. So give this a shot. Just try to be conscious. I'm going to go to the backhand a lot, particularly certain players. You'll notice that they're really weak at it. And advance to the kitchen, make them hit it on the backhand wing, watch them produce trajectory errors. I think you'll be very happy with the result.
Have a nice day.